All right, hello. I don't need to waste too much time. But what I need to do is fix my webcam. All right, I hope you are well. So we're gonna do a little bit of word search by POWGI. We're on our fourth word search. Well, the fourth word search category. Trying to deactivate it and reactivate it, and it's not going. Try plugging it in and unplugging it. I forgot to uninstall and reinstall Streamlabs, but there was an update, so maybe that'll fix the thing going away. I'm still trying. There we go. Okay, cool. I was trying to get the webcam working. We were going to listen to Morrowind today. I'll listen to the Oblivion soundtrack last time. The thing is that I'm not really finding time. I'm not really finding the time to play both Madden and word search and Anarchy Rules all on the same day. So might switch them up or something. But we're going to do bedtime stories. So this is probably just, I guess, all bedtime stories. It's probably really self-explanatory. I'm going to fire up the Morrowind soundtrack. That's why I had the game muted. And we're going to listen to that while we solve these 12 bedtime story related word searches. Alright, so we got Malice. I see Malice, but it's really just Alice. And of course the caterpillar. I see Cake for some reason. And Sister. Oh, Sister's there. Caterpillar. There's Caterpillar. Oh, fuck. Caterpillar. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. I think for you and for me. We have Cheshire Cat. I'm actually drinking coffee right now, which I don't know if is the best idea. Maybe I'll just sip on it. But I made a cup. Or I made I made a French press earlier, and I just forgot to drink it. Now I don't know what to do with it. I don't know if I heated some of it up. I don't know if I should have some tomorrow, but I don't know if I'll be able to sleep if I have coffee. Just drink it very, very slowly. Alright, we got Dodo, Odod. Then we have Drink Me. Drink Me's up here. Oh, it's already been a minute 30. It probably looks like, it's going to look like on the video that I've been having trouble finding things, but I'm really just... Tea Party. Eat Me. Well, it's not a very nice thing to say to people, eat me. It's the, I was gonna say it's the gender swap version of SMD. Eat Me. Which I gotta find where, oh, there it is. Oh, Eat Me. And then we have Fan. Oh man, the F's aren't even really... Yeah, I don't even see an F. I feel like the first F I find is gonna have Fan. If I can find an F, there it is. Yeah, and it does. NAF. NAF. Alright, we have Gloves. Gloves is backwards this way. And then we have a Griffin. That was the mascot for the university that I went to. Griffin. Except they spelled it different, I think. Griffin. There we go. And we have hair. That guy was always late. He was always late for something. You never fucking knew what, though. We have Hatter. He's a pretty mad boy. The old Mad Hatter. There we go. I always thought mad meant angry. Until I learned about the Mad Hatter. Mock Turtle. And then we have Mushroom. This mushroom here, right up in the middle here. Right there. And we have Queen. Here we go. Rabbit. Okay, now we're on a roll here. Rabbit, and I saw Sister earlier. Yeah, it was up here. Up at the top. So if this is your first time watching me solve word searches, I do them in alphabetical order because I like it. I just like it that way. Because it kind of makes me feel like a checklist or something, or like a to-do list. And I'm doing it in order. I always try to do that, like, even like side quests, if they show up. Like if side quests are like in a, in some kind of, list, I will try to, ooh, we got Oliver Twist, the Artful Dodger. If side quests kind of show up in a line, I'll try and I'll either do them in order that they appear, or I will Bill Sykes, or I will do them like as I approach them. Like I wouldn't go out of my way to do something that's, you know, higher up on a list. But if I don't know where anything is, then I'll just do them in order. Alright, we got Brownlow, we got Burglary from the same bee. Got a nice scalene triangle there. Then we have Charlie. I don't know if he had a horse. Charlie. Here he is. And then we have Charlotte. So we need a double T. That's going up this way. And then I did see Escape, yeah, right beside Charlotte. I'm not sure how to say this guy's name. I don't want to accidentally say anything offensive. There we go. Gruel. So we have some G's. I got Grub. But I'm looking for the other kind of grub. Gruel. 2 gruel for school. Alright. G-R. Oh, there we go. Gruel. Gruel. And then we have Nancy over here. Oliver's right beside Nancy. And then we have Orphan. Orphan. There we go. We got Pickpocket. And Poverty. And then we have Twist. Come on, baby. Alright, and then we have Underfed. Aren't we all? And then Workhorse. Honestly, so many of us are underfed because so many of us are overfed. There's just not enough balance in the world. Alright, so there we go. Do you want more? I do remember that scene. Alright, so we have nursery rhymes. We got Baba. That's Ali Baba, right? He had thieves of a certain number. There we go. There it is, Baba. And we got Baby. We got Bow. Oh wait, we're not in the food category anymore. Alright, baby. And blind. I can see. I can see, I'm going blind. We got contrary. Up here we got dickery. Oh, see, now I'm at a I'm at a I was gonna say I'm at an impasse here because I got dickery, and it feels weird doing dickery before hickory. But we don't have dock? Why? Why do we have hickory and dickory but not dock? Okay, anyways. Dumpty. Okay, I just had to make sure we had Humpty and not just Dumpty. Dumpty. Well, I see Humpty, but I can't find Dumpty. D. Got Dulk. I gotta find a DU. There we go. Oh, nice. Humpty and Dumpty intersect. Nice. Alright, we got Gander. We got Goosey and Gander. I hear if one thing's good for the goose, the goosey, then it's also good for the gander. I think it's another way to say happy wife, happy life. Shit, I did it out of order. I ruined it. Ruined. Alright, fixed. Goosey and gander, and then hickory. Yeah, I did have hickory earlier. There we go. Yeah, now we gotta find oh yeah, Humpty was right beside Dumpty. And we got Jack and Jill. Aw, they're like right parallel with each other. That had to be intentional. Lamb. I do see the spider. I do see mice, but I am looking for lamb. Here we go. Speaking of lamb, there's a very funny music video. It's for the song Redneck. And it's like this really like religious couple. And they're looking for somebody to like play for their daughter's like birthday party. And then the mom's just like, oh, here, look. This band's called Lamb of God. They must be really nice. And then we have Miss Muffet. And we got the Muffin Man. Not too familiar with that guy. But I heard he lives on Drury Lane. The funny thing is that I used to work on at a Tim Hortons on it was Drury Street, so it wasn't Drury Lane, but I mean close enough, right? Nimble. Nimble. Let's find the N's here. There aren't too many. I keep seeing M's and mistaking them for M's. There's Nimble. I guess that's Jack. I don't know if Jack be Nimble is the same Jack from Jack and Jill. I mean, he could be nimble and dating Jill. I guess Jill might be into like nimble guys. There we got Rockabye. We do have sheep. There we go. And spider. Spider. Star. And 3. And Twinkle. Alright, there's Twinkle. 24 words. Yeah, you know what? I feel like I'm slow when I see 4 minutes, but then I realize like that one was like I think almost 7 more words than the other one. Alright, so we are at Snow White. Snow White. Keep opening the wrong things. Oh shit, I closed Streamlabs. Okay, yeah, that's what I need right there. Apple. I got the double P, but there's like S's between them. It's kind of fucking with my eyesight there. There's Apple. Alright, and we have beautiful. Beautiful. There we go. Alright, and coffin. I'm sure we can find a double F. I don't think there will be a decoy double F there. We have cottage. I think there might be a decoy double T, but not in this case. Unless there's a double T somewhere and I just found the good one. Dislodge. So she had she had like a piece of apple stuck in her throat, I guess, in some dislodge. In some versions of the story, because like I thought it was a poison apple, but I don't know. I do remember, it's weird, I remember some versions of it where she like spits out the apple. There's, oh no, there's dislodge. And then we have dwarfs, but it should be dwarves, no? Oh, I guess, yeah, they never, Snow White and the Seven Dwarf. No, it was dwarves, yes, just spelled wrong here. I was like starting to have that, oh man, it hasn't been mentioned in so long. The, oh no, I can't remember the name of it now. Sorry. I have this weird ass memory where if I try to remember something, I can't remember it, and then I'll be like in the shower and be like, oh yeah. Fairest. Yeah, it'll come to me probably at a very random time. But it's this, yeah, it was big in, I think, like 2017. It was like 2017, 2018. Where you kind of like remember history a little bit wrong. Like it'll be like a small detail, but you are like so sure that it was like a certain thing, but it actually wasn't. There's a few things. And I think it's just kind of like, because if you don't remember something, sometimes you like might make something up and think of it as like a fact. That's why when certain things happen, it's good to like write it down, so then you know that that's like what happened and you're not just like slightly misremembering it. Like important things, of course, not just like random stuff, but I think that's what kind of contributes to it, because there are like so many of those, and one is the Berenstain. I think it was the Berenstain Bears, right? And some people swear by it being called the Berenstain Bears, and then the and this is one that I'm guilty of, the Star Wars one where he's just like, Luke, I am your father, but he doesn't actually say that. He says, no, I am your father. But this also might be a little bit contributed to, I think it was the movie, I can't remember what movie it was, I think it was Tommy Boy. It was one with, what's his name there? Oh, fuck. Yeah, again. I try to remember something and I just like can't, and then I'll remember it like just shortly after that, at the most random time after. Chris Farley, yeah, he was like, there was one where he was like talking into a fan and he was saying that, and I think I remember that more, and I actually remember the scene from The Empire Strikes Back. And honestly, I might not be the only one. That might be something that contributed to that false memory that we all have. Because sometimes people will actually reinforce that false memory. I actually have I had a false memory of Shawn Michaels super kicking, what's his face there? Marty Jannetty through the barbershop window, but he didn't actually do that. He just threw him through it. Stepmother. Stepmother. What the fuck? Oh fuck, it was like right in front of my eyes. Alright, and then we have wedding over here. Wedding and whites. Wedding. There we go. I was a little slow on that one, eh? Hi-ho. So off to work we go. Oh, right, that's why I had the... thing up. Alright, so we are now on to the Little Mermaid. So Ariel. Honestly, I had like 2 cups of coffee and like... I don't even think that really had an effect on me. I think I'm just like thinking it had an effect on me. So I already feel kind of wired. I don't know. Worst case scenario, I'll just drink it, make an iced coffee tomorrow, cause yeah. Oh, drowning. I thought it said drinking. Fuck, man. And then Eric. Yeah, that might be what I do. But I should put the cream in now so it like will actually mix. Flounder. We got Kingdom. Kingdom. There it is. And kiss. You gotta kiss the girl. And legs. Ariel did not know how to use them though. Little. And love. Love. I think that was the one thing about all of these old Disney movies is that they kind of give you give people that false, oh there's Mary, that false kind of like, I don't know what to, I guess ideal maybe is the word that I'm looking for, but that like false ideal that you need to like, you know, find a prince and, you know, get married and all that shit. And it's the same thing with like those rom-coms, right? You can do like the most unhinged wild ass shit and it's gonna get you like a girlfriend or something. It's just like half of these guys would be in jail if they did the kind of shit that they did in movies. Alright. Mute. There we go. And potion. We have Prince. Oh, there we go, that way. And rescue. And we have Sea Witch. Okay, we got Sebastian. I gotta find Sea Witch though first. I mean, I don't have to, I just want to. Alright, there we go. Sea Witch. And then we'll grab Sebastian. And then underwater. It's the big one, so it'll just be that way. Ursula's this way. And then we have Voice. And yeah, I've been seeing Wedding for a while now. Just gonna find Voice first. I found a V but no O around it. Voice. There we go. And then Wedding. It's down this way. Spectacular. Yeah, maybe just any time that I feel a little tired, I'll have a little sip of coffee. Because I don't want to like overstimulate myself. Then I might get loud and obnoxious like I am on Saturday mornings. Alright, we have Abu. I always thought it was Apu. That is definitely not Agrabah. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking there. Oh, wait. Yeah, it is Agrabah. And we have Aladdin, so the double D. Yeah, right there. Aladdin, and then we have Cave of Wonders. And then Freedom. That was, yeah, his final wish for the genie. Alright. There's a genie, the Grand Visor. And then we have Jafar. How far? Jafar. There we go. Jafar and Jasmine. Same J. And then Kidnap. And Magic Carpet. Oh. Magic Carpet. And then Magic Lamp. And then we have Mary. M-A. Oh, this way, going backwards. And Princess. 2 S's in Princess. Sorcerer. I found cum. Sorcerer. There it is. It was just above cum. Sultan. Up here. And Thief. Thief Fight. And Wishes is just above it. And Wonders. Oh yeah, it was a Cave of Wonders. There we go. Big 19. Man, it's weird. Why did Aladdin's lamp hum? The genie didn't know the words. Oh. Okay. Alright, so we are now in Beauty and the Beast. So these are all just, yeah. Most of these just were turned into Disney movies. But, yeah, that's pretty much where they got all their source material from. Old, old bedtime stories. Beast. This way. And then I saw Beauty while looking for the Beast. And then Bella. Oh yeah, that's Little Mermaid. Alright, Belle. I can't find Belle. I see the 2 L's there. There's an L there, there's an L there. I'm looking for a double L for Belle. There's Belle. Right beside Bale. And Castle. We got Cater. Castle's going this way. And then the Curse. I wonder if it came with the free Frogurt. Alright, there's Daughter. And then we have Enchanted. Enchanted. There we go. Enchanted, and then Father. Father. This way. Alright, Hospitality. And then Kind. Kind. K. Kind. Luxury magic mirror. And then Mary. Double R. So many double R's. There it is. It was the first one. If I had gone left or right, I would have found it quick. Prince. Pure. Europe. And then Rose. And True Love up here. And Youngest. Alright, solved in 3:55. You know, that's the one thing that I have to wait for is there's like a little chime when you solve it, and I have to make sure I don't skip through that too quickly. Alright, so we got Pinocchio. It's Tinkerbell, Blue Fairy. Blue Fairy. Oh wait, no, that's fucking, the hell am I thinking? That's Peter Pan. Blue Fairy. You know what? I don't remember the Blue Fairy. I guess I don't know. I only remember Jiminy Cricket from Pinocchio. Brave. Carpenter. Carpenter. And then we have Cat. I see Cricket. I'm looking for Cat. Cat. Got Fat. There's a C there. There's a C. Oh yeah, the C's from Cricket. Flu. Okay, let's try that again. Let's start at the top. Okay, that C doesn't have it. There's a C here. C there. There's a C there. C there. Huh. No, I don't. It's weird. Cat. I must be skimming over a G, thinking it's a C somewhere. Oh, fuck. It was the C from Cricket. Alright, there we go. We have Father up here. Fox. Geppetto. Lies. Lies. Alright, now we have marionettes. Marionettes. Master. And nose. Nose. Pinocchio. I actually think I have a bunch of like games that kind of like retell the original stories. They were like $1 or something each. They're all these like old legends. I have to. I keep forgetting that I have them, and I can totally play them at some point. It'd be interesting to kind of read through. I think they're just visual novels too. Double N. There we go. That'll help. And we have Puppet. And yeah, I saw Real Boy. Saw that one for a while. Rescue. There's Rescue up here. And then School. Too Cool for School. We have Show. Truthful. Unselfish. Unselfish. And then warning is the last one. There we go. If you think a parrot is lying, you make him take a polygraph test. Like, I get it, but maybe they should have spelled it P-O-L-L-Y. Alright, we got the Three Musketeers. We got Alfarone. I don't know who that is. Alfarone. Aramis. Aramis. Aethys. Aethys over here. And Cardinal. Fischel. Constance. D'Artagnan. D'Artagnan. Or Nangatard, however you want to put it. Duel. And the French. Français. Alright, so we have Guard. Guard. King. And Letter. We got Maid. Yeah, this is where everybody got their milady. Alright, we got Musketeers. And One for All. Alright, we got Porthos. Porthos. And Promotion. Promotion. Queen. We have Shilia. And then the Rochefort. Rush? That's just French for Fort Rock. Rochefort. And then we have Sword. And 3, because yeah, there were 3 of them. Can't think of anything to say. Musket, a new joke book. The Water Babies. Are we still in books? Maybe? Water Babies. I don't actually know. Maybe? Oh, we must be. Yeah, it's only been about half an hour. I'm not that fast. Adventure. A raid knee. I should really keep track of like what the last one is. Alright, we got babies. Chimney. Chimney. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make sure that I get 5 done in a week. Eel and Ellie. So then that way I can just keep up with. Oh, we got Grimes. That way I can do an upload instead of Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? I don't know if that'll translate well with the trivia crowd, but it'll give me some time. It'll give me some time to work on the planet quiz ones. But yeah, it's like I'm running out of games. So I'm sure there are more out there, I just need to find them. But really just running out of good games that are like that game show format. There we go, Lobster. There used to be so many. I had so many when I started. There was like Family Feud Decades. Well, I still have to do Price is Right Decades and stuff. That would be a good one. And then there's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but there's even more DLC now. I have to add that to my wish list. River. And then we have Seahorse. There's Seahorse. Oh. And we have Shark. Shark. Sweep. There's Sweep. And then Swordfish. Password. Swordfish. We got Terrence. No Philip though. We're up here. I had to double check just to make sure there really was no Philip. I'm like, are we sure? Are we sure there's no Philip? Okay, Tom. Oh, it's gonna be hard to find a 3-letter word with all common letters. Oof. Actually, the O's don't seem to be very common right now. There it is. Tom, and then we have Wada. Oh, we're right in for the heaviest part of a fish. It's scales. Ah. Alright, ooh, we got The Jungle Book. Bagheera. And then we have Baloo. And Bear. Bear, elephant. There's elephant. Then we have fire. India. We have jungle. And then Ka. King Louis. Yeah, it's Louis and Baloo, right? And then man. Monkey. Yo, if they have the Jungle Book, they have to have the Lion King too. Mowgli. You know what's really funny though? I was on Threads, and of course this has been happening on Threads so much lately, where you just you say like anything and then somebody gets like really offended by it, or just people get like hoity-toity about things. And somebody was getting hoity-toity about game difficulties. So there's orangutan, and then orphan. Yeah, so he was getting a little hoity-toity about game difficulties, and he was talking about how, oh, you know, Nintendo and Super Nintendo games were so much harder, and he was going off about the Lion King. And I was just like, I'm a fucking nerd. And I'm like one of those, like, well, actually, kind of guys sometimes. And what this guy didn't know was that there is a berry code. And a lot of, the thing is that a lot of people don't know that these games, not all of them, of course, some of them were ridiculous, and they expect you to beat the game in, you know, one sitting and all that stuff. But a lot of these games, they either had cheats, like level select cheats, or they had like passcodes. So you weren't really expected to beat the game in one sitting. they had level select cheats or passcodes. The only downside to those sometimes is that you don't keep your power-ups. Like if it's a game where you like you get power upgrades and stuff, like you don't keep them. But something like the Lion King, you start with less lives, but I don't know, it doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, I was just talking to him about that. I was just like, look, so the Lion King has level select cheat for the sake of like just not having to beat the entire game from the beginning. You know, and that's what's really annoying, and it's what's so like discouraging for some like older games. And it's like, no, you don't have to. Like pretty much every single game had a level select cheat, and you know, if you abuse it, then you abuse it, right? Like it's kind of like when you have the answers in the back of a puzzle book or something. Like, you know, some people will use it in, you know, a normal way, and then some people just abuse it because they just want to see the end of the game, and they want to put all the cheats in and, you know, beat the final boss, or maybe they just get stuck. They're really stuck on a level and they can't beat it, and they want to progress. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody do that, but a lot of the times I used it to just, you know, you get past that fucking one level there where you just have to swing off of all those giraffe asses, and just got fucking tired of doing that every goddamn time I got game over. So I used the berry code, so I would start at the last level that I had, like, you know, got game over on. So it's like, I don't know, man. And then he's just like, oh, well, you didn't technically beat the game. And I'm like, well, I beat every single level in the game. I saw the ending. I played the game from beginning to end. I finished the game. Like, you know, just because I didn't want to fucking start the game over every single fucking time I got game over. And that's the thing. It's like, after you do that, you probably could beat the game in one sitting. But, like, why would you do that if you don't have to? Like, if you don't have to, why would you do it? You know, if you just want to play the game, just play the damn game. Even now, I think there's an upgraded version. There's Munchkin. There's an upgraded version where you can do rewind, actually. So then, now it's like if you mess up a really, I don't know if I would want to do that though. If you do a jump by jump. I used to do that when I was like a kid, and the game was like really fucking hard. And I remember there was a couple where the game was honestly so hard that I used, I think God mode or something. But I think now I would at least try to do it. But man, I fucking sucked. I sucked at Twisted Metal. Actually, I think at some point I got good enough. And that's the other benefit to it, is that sometimes it helps you get better at the game. Because I remember, I think I actually did stop using the God mode cheat on Twisted Metal 2 after a while. And I was actually able to finish the game without yeah, without like using the, I think, is it God mode or infinite ammo or something? I don't know, but I did that so I could see all the endings, and I don't think I did it with the original Twisted Metal. Wonderful. But now it's kind of like my prerogative with it now, because my prerogative has changed over the years. I still think it's okay to use a cheat if you unlock said cheat. So if you're trying to get S rank on Resident Evil, you know, kind of like how I was doing earlier, catch the train. I think that was the last one. Yeah. So we have modes of transportation, which is the next one. I actually did this one pretty quick. But sorry, yeah. Resident Evil, great example. You know, you're trying to get S rank or something, and let's say you unlock infinite ammo, and you beat the game with infinite ammo to unlock the rocket launcher, and then you beat the game with the rocket launcher to unlock the S rank. To get all the things, like if you're progressing up that way, honestly, I'd say if you've unlocked it, you've earned it. You have the right to use it. GoldenEye was like that too. Because I beat, I think I beat Uncharted, brutal difficulty, which is just all of the enemies like would kill you in one shot, and they take like so many bullets, and you can't even kill them. So basically, what I figured was fair, I decided, because I'm the one playing the game, I decided if they're gonna kill me in one shot, I think it's only fair that I kill them in one shot too. So, one shot deaths. So yeah, I die in one shot, they die in one shot, even playing field. And that's what I did for brutal difficulty. Because it's just so stupid that you have to, you know, they made it so it wasn't even really all that possible. I don't even know if anybody beat it without putting the perks on. Because like I don't even know how it's possible, because you don't even have enough bullets to kill like anybody. So unless you're like running through, but I can't remember how Uncharted worked, but I think you have to at the very least kill like a certain number of people to like progress the story. So like I don't even know how anybody would beat it on brutal difficulty. I think maybe the intention was to turn on cheats, because the perks didn't disable it, at least I don't think so. But yeah, that's another thing. If the developer makes it like, you know, if they turn off like trophies or whatever, if you're using certain cheats, then yeah, I guess you got to do it legit. Sometimes there's a workaround though. I won't lie. There was one in Duke Nukem. I think it was Duke Nukem Forever, and I only ended up using it for the final boss because it was just such a fucking shit show. And I think all I turned on was infinite ammo, because I kept running out of ammo, and that was the big problem. I turned on infinite ammo, and it did disable cheats. But what was kind of funny though was if you started the chapter, turned it on, and then turned it off before the chapter ended, like it didn't do anything. So I just used that. I think that's probably like the most illegitimate platinum that I have is Duke Nukem. Fuck, that one's not even considered as hard as Catherine was, and I played the shit out of Catherine to fucking beat that one. Anyways, Ramble story time is over. We're gonna play some. Hey, and my thing isn't disappearing anymore, so I guess the update helped. Yeah, we're gonna get back into some ECW Anarchy Rules, doing another request. This one's for Spike Dudley. So we're gonna do career mode with Spike Dudley. All right. So I'll be back in a hot second.